Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. The last episode, I had to put that corner back on just to match up with the ship. I'll just bring you in and show you that very quickly. So we did that. Put that on there. The right angle. No, let's do it the other way. So there we have that sticker now blocked off, trying to catch up the hull colour. And when it's all finished, it should all match in nicely. That's what we're trying to go for. So that one is now virtually ready to go. I'll move on to the next one. And what I'll do first, if this is just sitting on top, I'm just going to give you the ship perspective. So we can see that through here has to be light grey. This all has to be a light colour. I kind of knew that. Kind of just catching a tip of grey there. So I might just hand paint that one in. And pretty much grey the rest of this all through here. That's this side. So I'll just bring you back in. So what I've done, I have protected all the top, and I may actually spray that black. This is for technically the light colour, but we're going to spray the dark. We're going to spray the light grey next, and it doesn't matter if I overspray onto here. All this area here is going to be the light. So what I really want now is I want the grey on this section, which is technically through here, coming down and picking up the grey. So if I now put this back on the ship, you'll see where we pick up the grey. So there it is back on the ship, and I'll just have to hit a little bit of light just in this corner here to try and catch it. But that's easy, because all we got to do is when we finish the grey, just put another strip across there and we can catch it with the next one. The back side of this will all be grey, and then what I'll do, the grid, I will hit this with the accent black just to make them pop out a bit more. So if I spin this around, so what we got here, we've got part of the first structure now continuing on to this one here. So we probably want to pick up about halfway and kind of bring that around and sort of block that off. I mean, that's why I painted all this section the grey anyway, for that very reason. So I'll just put this on the ship and work out where we got to stop. Sorry, I had that the wrong way around. This is now the correct drawing for the correct side. That's the front of the ship. That's the front of the ship. So here we are. Yeah, that makes sense to me now. So we've got to pick up grey in here. Looks like light grey in here. So the rest of this has to be now light grey. Okay, all right. And then the front here is all going to be light. That's interesting. So there we have the dark grey on the ship, and I'll pick up, I've covered all the dark grey there, so technically we just need to cover this. Yeah, we just need to cover this and just leave a little bit out here to pick up some of the light grey onto, or the lighter grey onto the ship. So here we are now ready for the next colour. I put this sticker here to sort of just remind me to stop here because we're going light from here onwards. So now we're all ready for the medium grey all the way through the back, all the way around, all inside of here. And this part here is all the dark grey, so I've blocked all that off. And obviously blocked the top off to try and keep that. I'll spray that black in the middle. So this one is pretty much now ready to go as well. And then after we've sprayed all this grey, I can cover most of this up, just leave this corner here exposed, remove the tape, and then we can just do this corner. So this one's ready. A couple of holes there, I'll get rid of those. Okay, here's the last one, and I painted this entire thing grey. So what do I need to do now is just keep this corner down here. We'll turn this one around because that's pretty easy to do. And on the flip side, we need to keep this bottom corner and somewhere up the top, and somehow make that come around and match the front. That's easy enough to do. Just put the floors on and that part of the structure just so you can see where we've got to pick up. So on this floor as well, this has an extra bit of floor, the front section, so we have to try and keep some of this floor through here up and travel this up onto the ship this way. So we've got two structures here to try and get in line. Well, there's the first sticker on, and it looks like it's on the ship, but it's not. It's on the bottom floor only, to try and give me an idea of where to start this off. So I now know I need to block that off on the other floor, or, if you like, keep this section so we can paint the next colour through here. So we're still going to do the top structure here. So this rear one kind of represents what we want to keep as far as the line goes, and this one sort of says where I need to stop and continues to block this off. So kind of giving you both perspectives there. So if I continue to run this one back into the ship, we will eventually pick up the grey, which is what I want, and then this one here we're going to block for underneath, back, and then continue this on, and it should look good. I'm actually using the camera to help give me the right perspective as well, because I can't keep getting down that low, and the camera is the perfect height to be seeing exactly what I need to see. So from here we come back around, we'll run that line into the ship there. It'll look good. It's kind of getting increasingly harder to fit all these floors now with all this tape on, but there it is. So the grey under here and the grey this side, it doesn't look pretty on top like that. Coming back down to the right perspective to pick up that grey line. So what we'll do here, we'll spray the light colour in front, and this should all match in nicely, but we have to try and keep this floor here, so we'll have to tape up all that floor. So that's this side, apart from we do have to keep some of the grey over here. So I'll do that next. Kind of got a bit lucky there. I just randomly cut that sticker and it turned out perfect. The right cut, the right thing. So there it is underneath. So we want to keep this grey, keep this section. This is all light. This looks in line with each other. We need to lighten all of this, but we want to keep this. So we've got to put some stickers on the inside and cover all of this up. Probably covering up a little more than what it says, but it's in line with your perspective and mine. So that's just it with modelling. Now when I roll this one around, I think we're going to keep all the grey here. So I'll work all that out. And then the back, we should probably, which I didn't paint that grey, I'll have to come back and paint that grey this morning, because we'll keep all this grey and then the rest of that up there light. So yeah, I'll come back and hit that up. Now I'll just start to work on this side and cover this end up. Okay, I'm finally back. Quite a long time later. So there's the structure on the ship. There's the piece we want to keep. We're going to lighten all this section up here. We're going to roll it around the front. I've decided to keep some of this as in the dark and some of this as the light. I'll roll it around, and the bottom one as well. There's the bottom one, so we want to keep this corner. I know this is a little long, but it just seemed to match the ship. I mean, you could be out slightly with the colours on the ship, but overall it's still the same. This is really difficult and quite ugly, because I've got to try and get light in here, and here, and then I'm also going to spray this dark and cover this section up. So I know it doesn't look the best, but it does exactly what I want. So I'm trying to cover the floors, which is why there's tape all over the top, and pretty much anything that's exposed now is going to be done in the very light color, the same as this one here. So there's our 3 pieces ready to go. Yes, I do know they're not very nice, or they don't look very nice, but again, I'll be spraying very lightly a long way back, and yeah, we just want to coat these down. Now, I think what we're going to do, which I think we discussed earlier, is paint the grey first. So that counts this one nearly all the way out. So I do believe that was the lightest grey. So it just leaves these 2 left. So I'll paint these and then I'll come back. Well, here they are. They're still drying. That's the colour of the grey. So what are we going to do now? We're going to wait for this to dry, and I'll just have a look how it looks when it dries. That's that one done. I did all around the other end as well, not up here because I hit this grey. So what I basically did is, because I know some of this is grey and the rest of it's light, I ended up just hitting all of it to then cover up just the grey bit I want. So that's that one. This one we hit. Now we know this is all going to be light in here, so just roughly all in here, on top, around there, all around the back, several coats, and just in here, and also that line that we discussed earlier. So that's all done. So what I'll do now, I've got to wait for it to dry. I think we'll end this session here. It is now a bit after 7, so it hasn't been too bad. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.